And hi guys, thank you for being us on the road to World Cup countdown. This is the 6th episode of the Football Unplanned World Cup podcast, and today's topic is Group F.
Group F contains Belgium, Canada, Morocco and Croatia. And as usual, we will start with, in our opinion, best team, which is Belgium in this group. Belgium have started their adventure in World Cups in the 1930s, in the very first tournament of whole World Cups in Uruguay. But their first success, their first medal came later in 2018 in Russia when they won bronze medal versus England, which was also their group opponent.
And I would actually think that this is their last chance of their golden generation to actually win a tournament, because at this point all of them are in their 30s, and I don't see many young stars in their early 20s coming to take their place.
And in my opinion, their biggest star in this year's World Cup will be De Bruyne.
Yeah, I will definitely agree, because he is definitely one of the best midfielders in the world, and he's been playing really well for Manchester City since he got transferred there in 2015. He is one of their key players. Just the way how he controls the midfield is simply impressive. This year his stats are also really good. He has 3 goals and 13 assists across both competitions in Premier League and Champions League, and they have a decent chance of actually winning Premier League and Champions League for the first time.
So what about the younger ones?
Well, I previously said that there are not many players in the early 20s who are impressing for Belgium, but definitely one of them that actually do impress is Amadou Onana. He was born in 2001, and literally a year and a half ago he was playing in the second Bundesliga for Hamburger Sportverein. He transferred to Lille, where he played really good, and this year he is totally breaking out for Everton squad. I mean, his price tag maybe seemed a little steep at £33 million that he cost, but the way he's doing his job in the defensive midfield spot is worth every penny at this point, and Everton is much better side with him in the midfield.
And in today's friendly, Belgium lost actually versus Egypt, even though they were playing with their best players on the pitch. So, Serjan, is this making any changes in your expectations about Belgium?
Well, to be honest, that is a bit concerning, but still I have a feeling after the wave of injuries that is plaguing the entire World Cup, I feel that everyone is just being a bit careful about not hurting themselves in the literally last days before World Cup. So I would still say that they will bring their best for the group stages and they will definitely advance. And I'm pretty sure that they are gonna end up in the first place at the end of the group stage. What do you think about our next team, Canada?
Yeah, Canada was tremendous in the qualifications. They even won the group, and they will go for the second time for the World Cup, because last time they were playing in Mexico in 1986 and they didn't even score a goal. And in my opinion, success for them is that they are here, and maybe that they will score now. Also to mention, they will go to the very next World Cup because they will be host, but only with 2 cities, not like originally with 4 from Vancouver to Montreal, but now only Toronto and Edmonton.
And best chance for them to score a goal will definitely come from one of these 2 players, and that is Lille striker Jonathan David, or Bayern Munich left back Alphonso Davies, who is their biggest star. And even though he's a left back for his club, he is pretty much playing in the winger position for the national team. So yeah, we will see.
By the way, I'm still thinking how Canadians gonna treat this year's World Cup. Like, we all know that they're gonna play at home in the very next World Cup. So in your opinion, are they trying to gain some more experience now just to be better at home, or will they go 100% here and like maybe 105% next time?
Well, definitely they are gonna get some valuable experience because this is the first big competition for this generation, but I'm still pretty sure that they're gonna try their hardest at least to get some points. With the competition in the group being Belgium and Croatia, I don't see how they're gonna advance to the knockout stages, but definitely they're gonna give it their best, and in 4 years their biggest stars are actually be right in their prime. Also, it is worth mentioning that football is in general getting more and more popular in Canada, so by the time the next championship comes, we will maybe see some of the players who are now 15 or 16 in their youth programs just developing throughout these years and actually starring for Canada. Another important thing is that out of their entire roster now, the only player who definitely won't be playing in 4 years' time is their captain, Atiba Hutchison. He is 39, so this is definitely his farewell to the national team. But the rest of the team is looking much younger and they can only get better.
And the next up is Croatia, the bronze medalists from 1998, their very first World Cup in which they participated as a Croatia, not Yugoslavia. And also a fun fact, every time when Croatia went out of the group stage to the knockout phase, they won a medal. And of course, we all remember they are silver medalists from the last World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. They always have the tendency to be a dark horse, and this is the second coming of their golden generation. The first one was in the late 90s, where they ended up with a bronze medal from 98 World Cup. And that generation had some great players like Bokšić, like Šuker, like Prosinečki. And also now this generation led by Luka Modric.
And just to mention, Croatia, as far as they were very good at World Cups, they weren't that good in the Euros because as far as they went was only quarterfinals. Also a very interesting statistics, from 10 seasons, every club that won the Champions League had at least one Croatian player, and the best from the Champions League history is Luka Modric, and I really think he is going to be one last time the top star of this team. He was playing for Croatia 154 times, and he is of course one of the stars of Real Madrid. He almost won everything in his career. He won Champions League, he won Spanish League, he also got the Golden Ball, and he almost was a world champion 4 years ago. So we will see how far and how good he will be in most probably his last World Cup here in Qatar.
And definitely Croatia will have a chance to go far because their team is pretty experienced and they don't have many injury issues unlike a lot of teams. So only important player that didn't get a call-up because of injury is Šime Vrsaljko, their right back, and another player who will definitely quality-wise have a place in the team and even the starting lineup is Ante Rebic, but due to conflicts with media in Croatia and openly criticizing their coach Dalic on Instagram, he is omitted from the team.
And yeah, let's put a dot over Croatia and let's move to Morocco.
And Morocco is definitely one of the teams who had very interesting year. So their former coach Vahid Halihodzic managed to qualify with them to the World Cup, but due to him having some huge disagreements and even removing their biggest star Hakim Ziyech from the team, he was sacked after qualifying, and he has been replaced by the new homegrown coach.
And for Morocco, that's gonna be their sixth time when they are appearing at the World Cup stage. First time they were at the World Cup in the 1970, but they advanced to the knockout phase only one time in 1986, and they lost in the round of 16. Last win was also in that year versus Scotland. They won a 3-0. And in the whole history of World Cups, they won only 2 matches. So their chances also in this group aren't very big, and only opponent that they can win against is probably Canada only.
Yeah, Patrick, I would agree with you. And as my prediction, I will say that they are gonna win their match against Canada. Unlike Canada, who has several decent players, but they're all offensive-minded forwards and wingers. Morocco is decent across the board. They have a good goalkeeper in Bounu. They have decent defenders in Hakimi and Mazraoui. They have Ziyech and Amrabat running the midfield. And their star attacker is Yusuf El Nesri. So I think still that they are probably as a team stronger than Canada, and if all of the issues with the atmosphere in the team are now resolved by changing the coach, I see them ending up on the 3rd place. So to finalize the predictions, I'm saying that Croatia and Belgium are going through, Canada will be the last in the group, and Morocco will have 1 win against them and finish up in 3rd. And Patrick, what are your opinions?
I think the same, but I will also add that Canada will score at least 1 goal.
Okay, that is something I can get behind. Definitely, I see them scoring their first World Cup goal and then trying to do better in 4 years' time in the home court. And yeah, guys, that will be it for this episode. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe the channel. And in case this is the first episode that you are hearing, please take a look at our predictions for the groups A to E. And also show us in the comments your opinion.
See you guys.